you see there, a rainbow circle throne. Read that. Go ahead.
Verse 27. And I saw the color of amber as the appearance of fire round about within it, from the appearance of his loins up even upward, and from the appearance of his loins even downward.
Right.
I saw as it were the appearance of fire, and it had brightness round about.
And what?
And it had brightness
And
round
the lights.
about.
Because when they go up earlier on, and what I was talking about the thing going around, it was really the lights. And the lights going around the chariot. Yeah, like the lights going around, because the one here, what we the thing here, when my mama was telling me, because my mama was thinking it was more than one chariot, and I tell them, no boy, it's one chariot, and it's the lights going around the chariot, and when we really think it, you're actually seeing it's one chariot, and really and truly it's the lights going around the chariot.
That one and the next one on top too. And next one on top, got 2 layers.
2 layers.
That 2 layers. So one, the big one below and the one on top too, so watch carefully.
Alright.
Yeah.
Done.
Got 2 different layers.
Alright, but go ahead.
Verse 28. As the appearance of the bow that is in the cloud in the day of rain, so was the appearance of the brightness round about.
So was the what?
So was the appearance of the brightness round about.
Which is the lights going around the chariot.
This was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Most High. And when I saw it, I fell upon my face, and I heard a voice of one that spoke.
Man, I have a precept here. The 2nd Maccabees. This was going into when we was in war with these wicked Grecians, you know. When our forefather Julius Maccabees was in war with these Grecians under the Grecian Empire. This is 2nd Maccabees 10 and I will start at length here. I'll start at 24. Now Timotheus was a wicked Grecian whom the Jews had overcome before, when he had gathered a great multitude of foreign forces and horses out of Asia. Not a few came as though he would take the Jews by force of arms. But when he drew near, they that were with Maccabeus turned themselves to pray unto Yahweh, and sprinkled earth upon their heads, and girded their loins with sackcloth, and fell down at the foot of the altar, and besought him to be merciful to them, and to be an enemy to their enemies, and an adversary to their adversaries, as the Lord declareth. Right? Continuing. So after the prayer, they took their weapons and went on further from the city, and when they drew near to the enemies, they kept by themselves. Now the sun being newly risen, they joined both together, and one part having together with their virtue their refuge also unto the Lord for a pledge of their success and victory, the other side making their rage leader of their battle. But when the battle waxed strong, there appeared unto the enemies from heaven fire.
From heaven what?
Fire.
Chariots, sir?
No, Salakia. From the heaven, 5 comely men.
Okay.
5 comely men upon horses.
Which still represent the chariot?
With bridles of gold.
With bridles of what?
Gold.
Because it appeared to him like that, but the chariots, like I say, they could do anything they want. They could appear as horses, you know, what?
With bridles of gold, and 2 of them led the Jews, and took Maccabeus between them, and covered him on every side with their weapons.
Yeah.
Right? So he was taken up into the chariot. Alright? He was taken up into the chariot to help in the battle, you know, to destroy these Edomites. Him on every side and their weapons, and kept him safe. But shoot arrows.
And what?
Shoot arrows.
But they shot arrows, go ahead.
And lightnings against the enemies.
And lightning, they shoot arrows and lightnings against the enemy, meaning the lasers get on.
Yeah, zapping
them. Go ahead.
So that being confounded, with blindness and full of trouble, they were killed.
Wow.
And there were slain of footmen 20,500 and 600 horsemen. Yeah? So, there is how destructive the Chariots is, those so-called UFOs. That is why Trump implemented the 6th branch of the US military, which is what? The Space Force. You feel you're making the Space Force for just making the Space Force sake? Yeah, you niggas have our next thing coming, but that is why what the Revelation 12 and no, not 12 and 12, no, I think it's 12 and 7.
This book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 7.
Go ahead.
And there was war in heaven.
And there was what?
War in heaven.
There was war in heaven. Now the wicked Christians go say, you see, war in heaven. That is Satan and God fight. No, nigga. They go back to second Ezra. That is why they cannot fool you, because they take out the Apocrypha. Right? They go back to second Ezra 13, and they read, you will see the war in heaven, which is Yahweh Hashem Yahshai and his chariots fighting against Esau. Right? Esau, Edom, and their air force.
Yeah, no, the God.
And the Space Force.
Hold on, yeah, the Lord, hold on, and yeah. No, the Lord and Satan didn't cough it out in heaven.
Yeah, that's blasphemy.
If you thinking that you off bad, how Satan is going to cough it? You think Satan can even raise a finger towards the Lord? And he's all powerful?
Okay, you know, it's a different thing. When you ask them, they say how God and Satan fighting, right? But when you ask them, so God and Satan close on the same level that they were, they're saying, so how that makes sense? If he could war with God, right, then how he not as powerful as him?
Well, that's the point. And if Satan could walk, and if that is true, and if Satan could walk, it makes no sense serving God, you know. Because Satan could come anytime and close him up.
Oh, go ahead to the scripture. Go to the scripture. Because we know how much time, because what you're actually going to come up with the scripture, the Go ahead.
Michael and his angels.
Read over again.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 7.
Well,
and there was war in heaven.
And there was war in heaven between Esau's Space Force, Donald Trump's Space Force, and Yahweh Hashem Yahshai and his chariots. What?
Michael and his angels fought against the dragon.
Yeah, fought against the what?
The dragon.
Yeah, which is Esau, right? Which is this new and revised Roman Empire. Because the ancient Roman Empire was called what? The Great Red Dragon.
That's right.
Well,
and the dragon fought and his angels.
Right, the dragon and that angel goes back to his what? His military men who in the Space Force.
You know, I don't need to laugh, but a man like G-Man who will actually say, G-Man will argue and tell you, no, the Bible says a dragon, an actual dragon.
You don't think it's an actual dragon. But well, dragon just represent fierceness and strength and, you know, weaponry and whatnot.
Say that, say it, Captain.
Yeah, I see the symbol, believe in everything.
So the captain said, say it one more time, Captain. I'm not Captain Sergeant.
I said the symbol, believe in everything. So they sort of paint a dragon in their mind, so they will go with it.
Yeah.
So they the sergeant said, the simple believe in everything.
God.
And it's a fact.
God. Word up.
And he prevailed not.
4 minutes.
Bring out what you have to bring up, brother. What do you think? What
The second king,
Yeah.
The story is just about the related to the Syrian king, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Looking for Elisha. So
Get
the
to the point. Get to the
second
point.
king, huh?
Get to the point.
Well, I had to get the understanding now.
All right, go ahead.
Alright, let me go to 2 Kings 6 and 12.
Yeah.
And one of his servants, the servant of the king of Syria, said, none, my lord, O king, but Elisha the prophet that is in Israel. Telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber. And he said, go and spy where he is, that I may send and fetch him.
And it was told him, saying, Behold, he is in Dothan. Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host. And they came by night and compassed the city about.
Right, so the physical army of the Assyrians came and compassed the what?
The city about.
They came and compassed the city about. They put the city under siege. They say, well, right, we're going to get them now. These Israelites are there. Go ahead.
And when the servant of the man of God, or the servant of Elisha,
the servant or Elisha's apprentice, read,
was risen early and gone forth, behold, an host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots.
So he began to cry. He said, well, my Lord, we all done for. We can host compass the city. What we going to do? So they get yellow belly as we the same thing.
And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, what shall we do?
He said, Alas, my master, what shall we do? Read.
And he answered, Fear not.
And Elisha, the prophet of the Lord, said, Fear not. Read.
For they that be with us are more than they that be with them.
He said, for they that are with us are more than they that with them. Read.
And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see.
So he prayed for his servant. He said, Lord, open his eyes that he may see what I'm talking about. Because sometimes you're telling a man something and he just can't understand it. So the scale of blindness had to fall from the eyes for him to see what the prophet was talking about. Right?
And Yahweh Hashem Yahushai opened the eyes of the young man.
Sorry, when the young man opened his eyes, what he saw?
And he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses.
He said the mountains was full of what?
Horses.
Those horses were chariots. You see some fearful looking. He said, Kala Laki, Kala La Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem.
The mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and said, Smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness.
Yeah, that's it on that.
Let's finish it up. And he smote them with blindness according to the word of Elisha.
According to the word of Elisha. Yeah. So hey, there is more for us than against us. That's why we come now in Sawa and we don't give a damn about what they say. So we have angels all around us.
So with that,
we will give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Hashem Rekakodash. We say double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and do well. Salutations to all the brothers all over the world that preaching this truth. Waking up our people and cursing out two-thirds because they just ain't right. To the aquat and listen and learning, we say Shalom. What about the ball to this world?
Yeah.
Shalom.
Shalom.
That's it from there.
Selma Batu.